Morning or afternoon, or even evening. Thank you for all the excellent work that's come in about Tokyo. I really hope that you enjoyed learning about it as much as I did. So, no quick quiz this week, but first of all, let's have a look at your answers to the questions from the clip. You'll want to pause and go through your answers. What you're really looking for, or what I would be looking for if I were marking it, is the detail. So give yourself a tick if you got it right, but give yourself 2 ticks if you got it all right with all the detail. You'll want to pause now. And here's the second half of those answers. Again, the devil's in the detail, so 2 ticks for something with good detail. Pause and carry on. So this week we're going to learn about Mumbai, and I want to look at the challenges faced by rural to urban migrants arriving in Mumbai in NEEs. NEEs, it stands for Newly Emerging Economies, and newly emerging economies, or newly industrialised countries sometimes, are the countries in which rural to urban migration is happening the fastest, and in which megacities are growing the fastest. And you'll find in these cities there are great disparities. A disparity means a difference that is unequal. So in Mumbai, as an example, but in all megacities, there are extraordinarily wealthy people living lives of great luxury, but there are also many people who are extraordinarily poor, living lives of squalor and great disadvantage. So disparity means that great difference between the rich and the poor, even though they may live right next door to each other. This is a good point to pause and write down today's date and title and copy this short paragraph, please. I'd like to point out that India was ruled by European colonial powers from 1498 until gaining independence in 1947, a relatively short time ago. So, can you locate UK and India this time? India is the green triangle. Let's zoom in a little bit on Mumbai. Here is Mumbai. The shading around the coastline here, where it's dark blue, that's like the deep sea. But this shading of light blue along the side is from sediment that's been dumped by the rivers that come out of the west coast of India here, and those rivers have come for thousands of miles and eroded a lot of rock along the way, making it smaller and smaller until it's just like dust, and that's carried by the rivers right into the sea. But then, because the seawater isn't moving as quickly as the river water, it slows down and the sediment drops. What do you notice about Mumbai's location? Take a moment to have a look at both maps and think about how you could put into a sentence where it is. I'm going to do it for you. Mumbai lies on the southwest peninsula of Salsette Island, with Fane Creek to the east and the Arabian Sea to the west. So a peninsula, like the yellow area that's called Mumbai City on this smaller map. Peninsula is an area of land that sticks out into the sea. Just like Tokyo, Mumbai has grown close to a natural harbour and by the sea. Take a moment to pause and write down this description of Mumbai's location, please. As India gets richer, Mumbai, as its second largest city, is also getting richer too. There are a lot of rich people who live in Mumbai and a growing middle class. Mumbai Stock Exchange is the equivalent of London Stock Exchange, and that is India's financial capital. There's a lot of very specialist work available, and the headquarters of Bollywood film industry is here. 10% of all factory jobs are in Mumbai, so there's a lot of work available. Don't copy this out, but pause and write a few sentences to describe Mumbai's economy. So this is Mumbai, a prosperous megacity. This area is also Mumbai. This is Dharavi. This is an informal settlement. You could call it a shanty town. Some people would use the word slum. But let's have a closer look at Dharavi. As you can see, it's very cramped. The buildings have been handmade by people rather than constructed by engineers or proper builders. There's an open drain running. This water here must be extremely dirty, very unhealthy. Only 24% of people who live in Dharavi have access to clean drinking water, meaning that the other 76% drink dirty water, unfortunately. So now's a great time to pause and write down 5 things that you can see in the photograph. Remember to be descriptive and detailed. Now for a new diary entry. Remember the boy with the bicycle who's moving with his family. Well, you've arrived and it's not exactly what you were expecting, to say the very least. In the new diary entry, please describe the living conditions, describe the house that you will be staying in. It'll be very cramped, you'll all be in one room. You might actually have to share that one room with another family. On your way to, it's very difficult for me to say, Dharavi, then you've probably come through some of the richer parts of town, so you'll have seen how some people have a very different lifestyle to the one that you're going to experience now that you're here in the megacity. You might like to express some of your feelings about that, and if you can, try to use the word disparity, remembering that it means great differences and a great inequality in quality of life. When you've finished, please take a photo and send it to your teacher, because we love seeing your work. Now, I've put an optional extra on here. It's an excellent little clip showing you inside Dharavi a little bit more, but you don't have to do that. And next week we're going to look at the informal economy of Mumbai and the sorts of jobs that you can get if you don't have any qualifications or training. So thank you very much for watching again. Thank you for all the work that you're doing. I hope everybody's safe and well, and please join me for the webinar. Thank you very much. Bye.